Food company Rich Products Corp is reportedly recalling all of its frozen snack foods produced at its plant in Georgia. The company distributes more than 2,000 products across 112 countries. 23 manufacturing facilities and the company's world headquarters are in the U.S. The food maker announced a voluntary recall back in March after more than 20 people fell ill with E. coli infections and is now expanding its recall list. According to Food Poison Journal, this second wave of recalls came after a person in New York became sick from eating frozen chicken quesadillas that later tested positive for the Outbreak strain of E. coli 0121. A separate incident happened in Texas when a farm-rich pepperoni pizza also tested positive for the same strain. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said as of Friday, the outbreak has reached 27 people in 15 states, with about one-third of those infected requiring hospitalization and one suffering kidney failure. The recent outbreak has reportedly prompted NPR to investigate the idea that freezing food kills off germs such as E. coli and other dangerous pathogens. As you could probably guess, it does not. NPR explains freezing food can slow down the bacteria that causes food to spoil, but that's pretty much it. A food safety researcher at the University of California says it actually does a pretty good job of preserving many of the pathogens and microbes that will cause problems for later if thawed out. A food science professor at Cornell University also found frozen food could harbor E. coli. But before you start throwing out your frozen meals, we have a little science lesson that might be able to spare your groceries. In theory, bacteria has the ability to grow in all temperatures, from water's freezing point to around your body's average temperature. Temperatures below water's freezing point, as we mentioned earlier, don't kill the bacteria, only stop it from growing. But if bacteria is exposed to much hotter temperatures, say upwards of 140 degrees Fahrenheit, it can be killed. One thing to note, though, is not all germs require the same temperature. Some microbes may require a quick pop in the microwave or a long roast in the oven. For anyone who may have a contaminated product, the company urges you to call its helpline. For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle.